Hi guys, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I am so glad you did. Today we're going to be covering similarities between my false cryptic pregnancy and my now standard pregnancy. I am actually 15 weeks pregnant today with my standard pregnancy. And so yeah, let's go over some similarities up to 15 weeks. Just to let you know, this will be a TMI video. Anything pregnancy related usually is, but let's just put that preface there and jump right in. Now, I have way less similarities than I had differences, so I literally have 6 similarities compared to the differences, which I think came out to like 12, or I think even more. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. So first one, the first similarity between my false cryptic pregnancy and my now standard pregnancy is the round ligament pain of my uterus growing, like the pains that come down the sides, like low down in your pelvis, in your, like, where your legs and your hips connect. That's where you typically get round ligament pain, and I experienced that in my false cryptic pregnancy as well as this pregnancy. So that is something that's similar. All right, so the second similarity between my false cryptic pregnancy or phantom pregnancy and my now standard pregnancy is the way my belly feels small in the mornings and then bigger at night. When I first wake up in the morning, I have, something, but it's just a lot smaller. It doesn't feel as like pooched out is the best way I can describe it. And at night I feel huge. So in the morning I feel a lot smaller, and then in the night I feel bigger. And this used to happen in my false cryptic pregnancy. In my false cryptic pregnancy or phantom pregnancy back in 2016, in the mornings my belly would feel smaller and it would feel bigger at night, typically after I ate 3 to 5 meals a day. So, and that's typically what happens now when I'm with my standard pregnancy, is that I get full and then I feel a lot fuller in my abdomen, in my lower pelvis, in my stomach area. So another similarity between my false cryptic pregnancy or phantom pregnancy back in 2016 and my now standard pregnancy are the sharp pains that I get in my pelvis, uterus, and vagina. I get sharp pains that like shoot, and I used to get those same sharp pains, and that's during my phantom pregnancy. That's what used to confirm to me that I was in fact pregnant, was getting these sharp pains, because typically you don't experience this too much when you're not pregnant. You still experience it when you're not pregnant, it's just not as often. Another similarity between my false cryptic pregnancy or my phantom pregnancy and my now standard pregnancy is the increased cervical mucus and increased cervical fluid. I had a ton of it during my false cryptic pregnancy. I even lost part of a mucus plug during my phantom pregnancy in 2016. My current standard pregnancy, of course, I have a lot of cervical mucus because I am currently pregnant. And so that's a major similarity. And that's something during my phantom pregnancy back in 2016. The increased cervical mucus is what verified to me during my false cryptic pregnancy that I was in fact pregnant when I wasn't. Another similarity, and this isn't a very big one because you get this all the time whether you're pregnant or you're not, but it is a similarity. I get sharp pains in my breasts. That happened during my false cryptic pregnancy back in 2016, and it also happens now in my standard pregnancy. It's very hard to explain, but the last similarity between my false cryptic pregnancy back in 2016 and my now standard pregnancy of 15 weeks is the way it feels when my uterus is expanding, like the way it feels as it's growing, the pressure, the growing pains, because it's painful. And I used to feel these growing pains during my phantom pregnancy in 2016. And I use the terms phantom pregnancy and false cryptic pregnancy interchangeably because to me it was the same. I thought I was cryptically pregnant when I was experiencing my phantom pregnancy. So technically to me, my phantom pregnancy wasn't just a phantom pregnancy. I thought I had a completely different condition called cryptic pregnancy. So technically what I experienced was a false cryptic pregnancy. But regardless of that, the way my uterus feels is so similar to the way it felt during my false cryptic pregnancy back in 2016. The way it feels when it's growing, the pain, the pressure, the heaviness, the heaviness. I don't know how else to explain it, but the way it felt, the way it feels growing now is extremely similar to the way it felt growing during my phantom or false cryptic pregnancy back in 2016. And I think that's kind of crazy because, not crazy, I think that's interesting because me feeling my uterus growing every day, me feeling that pressure, me feeling those growing pains, me feeling those sharp pains, me feeling round ligament pains, me feeling Braxton Hicks contractions, me feeling all of these things during my false cryptic pregnancy back in 2016, that's what verified to me that I was pregnant when I was not pregnant. But I still experienced all of these symptoms. Very, very interesting. So if you're sitting there thinking that you can't be experiencing a false pregnancy because you have all of the symptoms that I just listed in the similarities video, I very much suggest that you go see a doctor and reevaluate the conclusion that you've come to when it comes to deciding that you are 2 to 7 years cryptically pregnant. Now, I'm going to go over a theory here in this. Let me just emphasize, this is just a theory, and some of this is based on medical research because there's tons of medical research on hormones, but you know, regardless, this is still just my personal theory. Now, PMS is attributed to hormone fluctuation. When you experience PMS is because, you know, your estrogen is dropping, your progesterone is going up, things like that. During your cycle, your hormones increase and decrease, which cause PMS symptoms and pregnancy symptoms. So basically, PMS symptoms and pregnancy symptoms are the same exact thing. There is no difference. It's just the degree in which you experience them. Now, you know, you still experience cramping, bloating, all of these things. It's just the degree in which you experience them when you're not pregnant and when you are pregnant. So you can experience all the symptoms that I mentioned, like round ligament pain, sharp pains in your vagina, your uterus, you can feel you can experience increased cervical mucus. You can feel, you know, bloated in the afternoon, more bloated in the afternoon versus the morning, which technically means my belly's smaller in the morning versus bigger in the afternoon. You can experience all of these symptoms that I mentioned even when you're not pregnant because, well, hormones. They're always there whether you're pregnant or not. So I think, you know, you experience all these similarities because of hormones, and it's just the degree in which you experience them. I can say this, there are way more differences than there are similarities so far. We shall see, because this is only up to 15 weeks. Okay, so I hope this video helped somebody. I hope you got some information out of it, and I hope maybe it helped you distinguish what you could be experiencing if you think that you could possibly be pregnant and you're testing negative. So if you have any questions about the similarities that I mentioned here in this video, please leave them in the comments below. If you have any questions about my current standard pregnancy of 15 weeks, please leave those in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're happy. I hope you're healthy. Stay blessed, friends. Bye.